Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, StrangeNet here. So today is your last day to be able to get your 7 days Omega time if you haven't already. You've got till downtime today to do it, so by the time this video drops that will give you a lot of time, but either way, don't forget, I nearly did for this character, so yeah, let's get that redeemed, that 7 days free if you're not already. So it's been a week since the expansion dropped, and it's been a little bit of a strange one, this one, because obviously the Tech 2 Dreads and that are currently being researched by everybody frantically, and obviously then we have yet to build them, which will take about another 12 to 14, 15, 16, 20 odd days depending where you're building them. So obviously it was quite a big part of the expansion, and at the moment nobody's got these. So it's been a very strange kind of wait. They're here, but they're not here. So yeah, there's obviously a big push to get these built at the moment. And I did on the last video I said that I wasn't going to build any. I am currently building potentially 2 Valorans at the moment, or will be as soon as the BPCs have done their invention part. Fingers crossed that I do get 2 of them, because yeah, that'll be a bit of a downer if I don't get the BPCs there. And I'll go into that more at the end of the video. But obviously for high sec you've got the new activities, opportunities. Where are we? You got the home front operations. Now, I did do 1 or 2 of these when they first launched on day 1. Found them a bit lackluster. Didn't jump into it full-heartedly. Lost 2 caracals, and in the mining one, I forgot which one it was. The industrialist could have been this one. I'm pretty sure it was this one. That there was a destroyer that scrams you. And basically I lost the caracal that I was using. I wasn't well prepared, and the damn things scram your pods as well and will pod you. So I lost a 250 million-isk pod, just due to the fact that I wasn't expecting to be scrambled, or my pod to be scrambled or locked by the NPC. So that was a bit of a kick in the teeth. So I know a lot of people have been finding the Dread Assault one pretty easy to do. Apparently you can do it in about 4 minutes. And will net you in the region of, obviously if you're using your 5 pilots, 70 million ISK, somewhere around there. So it's pretty decent ISK for not much time, but obviously there are a lot of people jockeying for this in high sec at the moment. So again, for the high seckers, something for them to do. Obviously the dreads and that are for the null secs and the low secs potentially, and the industrialists. And then you've got corp activities that you can now add and make your own projects to get corp members more involved, and I quite like this. As I did start a corp a year and a half ago, and it was I struggled in what to do. And again, there's nothing that couldn't be done more efficiently just by one person generally. So having corp activities, I like the idea and I like the way that it's going. I hope they expand upon it to give you more options and more things to do. It's always good, but I think that's it's a handy thing to do, to be able to say to to put actual things in game out there to say, but we need X, Y, and Z. We need it here, or can you go shoot X, Y, and Z? Just gives people some kind of goal and things to work towards, and I think that's definitely a good thing and a handy thing for corps. So yeah, it's been a very strange expansion. So as I said, I was going to build the Tech 2 Dreads themselves. I was just going to build the BPCs and sell them on, try and make some ISK that way. Now, if you have looked at the amount of data cores that sold recently, I think for the high physics or whatever it's called, there's something like 300,000 sold, and that equates to about 5,000 BPCs potentially. Obviously not all of them will succeed. By the time you've done the maths on that, it works out to about 1,800, depending on the type of invention and the data core. I forgot what they call the disk thingies that you use in order to up your percent or your general build. I've gone for the 510. That saves about 300 million ISK on build, and then obviously the speed is quite important. Now, there are a few big hitters on the forum saying that, they were building X, Y, Z, and they would be completed around about the 4th to the 5th. Well, when I did calculations on that, I noticed that I wouldn't be too far away. So the blueprints come out tomorrow, and then 7 days, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. So I'll be bringing out potentially 2 Valorants on the 4th of July, Independence Day. Seems kind of fitting, really. So yeah, that's. I didn't think I would be that competitive with bringing them out, but as I say, some of the larger industrialists I've seen have basically stated about the same time. So I thought, well, yeah, why not? I'll get 1 or 2 built. I was only planning on building 1, but that 1's slowly bleeding into 2, although I don't imagine they're both going to be done on the 4th. I think I'm going to struggle. The next one will be on the 5th or the 6th potentially, but either way, it's been taxing to say the least. So it has been a very taxing couple of days, and that is generally because of my poor planning. Secondly, I don't do a great deal of reactions all in all. I have a lot of the BPOs or whatever the reaction formulas here. Some of these I've recently bought to increase the speed that I can do it. It's because these things they take forever to build, and you need millions of them half the time. So a lot of the reactions do take a lot of time. Now I have a lot of characters that I can crank a lot out. I've got about 8 or 9 characters doing reactions currently, but once you've done the reactions, then you have to turn it into the composite materials, and then basically you have to make it into the end product. So it is quite time consuming, it is quite lengthy, and till this morning, I've just checked, a very few of the websites that I like to use, Eve Cookbook being one of them, had the ability to be able to break it down for you. So what I mean by that is, this is the Valorant itself, but we'll take the Nomad as the example, and I often use this website due to the fact that it's nice and easy to break down and put it in. I can see here, this is for the Nomad, because as I say, the Valorant wasn't on till this morning, till I've just checked, which has been a little frustrating, but it tells me exactly how many of the formula bits and bobs, the moon goo that I actually need. So at the start of it, as long as I had the moon goo here, I would have been fine. But I didn't know this because, so I say, the Valorant wasn't here, so it would have made life much easier if these sites had been updated a little sooner. But yeah, this is how I've been doing the Nomad, and it's I don't do many reactions, and it kind of works for me that I can see, right, I need 18k of them, 11k, so on and so on, and as long as I've got the stuff there, I know I've got everything I need to then start doing the actual reactions themselves, which break down into the rest of it, and it just makes life a lot easier, where at the moment I'm scrambling around, not knowing whether I've got enough, whether I don't know whether I've got enough of any of it. So I've got the intermediate reactions here, or the advanced reactions, but at the time it's like, well, do I need any more fluxed? Do I need any more neo? Do I need any more silicon, promethium, the rest of it? And it's like, well, I've got a lot of the stuff, but I've not got much caesium, and there's other stuff that I've been missing. Diazeporium, yeah, that's pretty much out. And it's like, well, do I need more? What do I need it for? Do I want to... And again, it's been a right rush, and it's been a bit stressful trying to make sure that I've got everything that I need, then having to go back out and buy more reaction formulas, because, well, all of a sudden I needed... This stuff's been like gold dust. You've not been able to get it anywhere, so I had to buy some more of these so I could do it myself. Then I was struggling because I was missing some of the... let's just view it in... So again, these all break down into, so you need 4 of the advanced. The advanced ones come from 2 of the other ones, and again, caesium. So yeah, it's been a struggle. I've enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. It's I've been jumping haulers through low sec. I got stuck in null sec yesterday. I had to wait 4 hours for one of the gate camps to move so I could get stuff through. I did have a cloak and that on the hauler because it was a blockade runner. It's not the blockade runner, it's the other one. But either way, it was the prowler. But yeah, I didn't. Again, Eve is all about patience. Again and again and again. I could have done a runner for it. There were numerous ships that had been destroyed that had roughly the same setup as me, and I wasn't willing to risk it. So I waited eventually for the gate camp to move. I outboard them, and basically they moved on with their stuff, and eventually when they moved on, I moved on. But again, it's been lots of jumping around in low sec, null sec, just moving bits and bobs around, buying some of the components that I need, and yeah, it's slowly come together. So I eventually had enough bits to build the one. The bits that I've been generally having to build are these 6 components here, 7 components that make up pretty much everything I need. Now I am missing some of them here, but they are in the cooker at the moment and will come out on time. But yeah, these are the things I've been struggling to build. And again, the capital fusion reactors, nuclear reactors, take a good while to build. So again, I've had to jump back to high sec to get some more BPOs, come back, and again, if you check on the market, most of these are now selling for incredibly high prices, which is always good fun. There we go, I'm not paying 200 million ISK for one. So yeah, these have shot up massively in price due to the fact that everybody wants them all of a sudden. And again, you know, it's not their fault, it's my fault for bad timing. I should have been on this if I wanted to do it sooner, but we've got there slowly but surely, and again, just a matter of getting them to the destination now. Once I've got the rest of the bits, as I only need 388 of these, and about 388 of these. I need 900 of these. So you can see I've got a bit of extra in there, and then I thought, well, you know, while I'm at it, in for a penny, in for a pound, I might as well build a second one. So again, that's been more rushing around. And the reason I'm desperately trying to get these out ASAP, because obviously first couple that hit the server will be worth quite a premium, I hope. Now, I hadn't realised as well that the skill requirement is not something I'd really looked into. So initially I thought, well, and I'm still hoping these are going to be obviously quite valuable. The first few that hit will be, but yeah, in order to fly these, you need Dreadnought level 5. So my main character has Dreadnought level 5, but the Amar Dreadnought level 5, not Minmatar level 5. So I would have to stick in 2.5 million skill points here, and I don't have 2.5 million skill points on this character specifically. I do on my main to bang in there, but it's going to be pretty painful. So by the time I've actually done all this, injected skill points to be able to move them, bought all the capital construction components and the rest of it, and just the necessaries to build it, I think, for the capital ship construction was 650 million ISK. Now, I know I'm sat here with 20 billion ISK in bits and bobs sat here, but you know, it's I'm trying to make ISK here, and I'm skeptical whether by the time I've got all the reactions, injected the skill points, used the bought the skills, I'm probably not even going to break even at this point, I dare say, depending on how much they sell for. They cost about, what, 10 billion ISK to make. I'll need to be selling these for about 20 billion ISK each to be able to just try and break even at this point, I think. So, yeah, it's been an interesting few days of trying to get everything together, trying to make ISK, realising that I'm probably not going to be making that much ISK by the time I've done, and I probably just should have sold the BPCs. And that's assuming in the end that the BPCs actually are successful and I do get 2 Valorants that I can actually make. Now, the question becomes, why didn't I do the Amar one if I have Amar Dreadnought level 5 and could use it? Well, at the time, obviously, I've been making the the nomads, so have all the components bits for the nomads. If I start doing the Amar one, it's a completely different set of components and everything else that I need, and then I'd have to do all of them, and it just seemed to make more sense to do the Minmatar one before. Afterwards I realised that obviously I didn't have the skills to fly the damn thing. So yeah, I think the general gist there is plan and plan better, and I have failed miserably to do that. And as I say, it's been fun. Again, I will have potentially some of the first Minmatar dreadnoughts to come out, which I'm looking forward to, seeing if I can offload them, seeing how much risk we make from them. But yeah, it has been a bit of a taxing few days, and I'm looking forward to actually getting them in the cooker and being able to sit back and forget about them, at least for a while. And then moving probably into more reactions stuff. I don't do much reactions, and that's because they're so damn complicated, and it takes a long time. And to be fair, I don't have the expertise on spreadsheets. I can use other people's spreadsheets, but I like to know how my own spreadsheets work, so I know how to get to the end figure, and how it's calculated and how it's made up, and the rest of it. So something I will be dabbling a little bit more in now that I've got a lot more of the reaction formulas and the bits and bobs that I need there. So yeah, watch this space. But yeah, I hope everybody else is enjoying the expansion. As I said, it has been a bit of a strange one. Feels like a lot of waiting going on at the moment for things just to happen. And well, you guys might not feel the same, because again, if you're doing the home fronts, if you're doing the corp stuff and all that. But for me, obviously with the Tech 2 Dreadnoughts, it just feels like there's a lot of waiting, and I'm still waiting. And again, even when all this is completed, there's still another 14 days till the actual completion of the Dreadnoughts. So yeah, watch this space. But one day, 13 hours, I'll do a quick video, I imagine, on the success rates, and then we can either laugh or cry together, see how that goes. But with that, thanks for your time, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you again soon.